Hey man, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, it's your boy Sarge, man, on the Iron Elite podcast, man. Happy Saturday morning. I told y'all, man, we coming in hard. Road to Iron Elite podcast, the first in the series. Just a second, man. I'm coming out like a rookie this morning. I'm turning my volume down. But I told y'all, man, hey, first in the series, man, we're gonna start talking about cold weather riding, man. For anybody who knows Sarge, Sergeant, that cold weather stuff, man, I'm gonna do it, but I damn sure ain't gonna like it. I'm gonna tell you. So today, man, I brought some guys on for us to talk about it. Some guys who ride motorcycles, some guys who know what the hell they're doing, man. And we're gonna talk about the who, what, the when, the where, what they use, why they use it. Hey, some things that they've learned. We don't know it all, but we're gonna give you guys some ideas to what these guys are doing to help things become a little bit easier for you on that road when we're coming in to Iron Elite this February. Because, oh, by the way, February is winter. Hey, fellas, hey, man, what's happening this morning? How you guys doing?
Good morning, blessed.
Morning. Good morning. How you doing, bro?
Hey, man, I'll let y'all start, man. Hey, Reef, you want to start? I'll let you go ahead and introduce yourself. What do you say there? Hey, he's just a guy who like to ride.
Just a guy who like to ride my motorcycle.
Hey,
I'm
what's
Reef.
happening,
For all
man?
y'all that don't know, I ride a little bit year round. Even though I live in Texas, so it does get cold in Texas, but I don't ride just in Texas.
That's what's happening. Hey, man, tell us a little bit about your accolades, man. Reef do more than just ride a little bit, man. He do all kind of crazy stuff. Give us a little bit about your accolades, man.
I just ride my motorcycle, man. Me and my riding partner K Solo, we get around a little bit separately and together.
Shout out to
We got a
Solo.
couple 100,000 miles together, and
That's dope.
Yeah. Yeah.
we challenge ourselves. We do some bigger rides, Hoka Hay, Iron Butt Rally, a lot of the SCMA rides. Uh, we accomplished, um, and people tend to like what we do, so they start doing the same thing. So it works out.
And also, man, them guys run the K Solo and Reefs Ride to Eat. Man, I'm telling you, if you ain't going to a Ride to Eat, you better get your butt in gear next year to go to Ride to Eat. Ride to Eat is where? Louisiana? Where we gonna be at? Where we gonna be
We're
at?
we're eat- we're eating in Hammond, Louisiana, at Don Seafood. We went there in 2019, and they loved us and been asking us to come back. And we grew. We have grown a lot. We were averaging about 150 folk or so. The first time we went to Don's, we had 217, and this year we had over 300 folks. So we went back to Don's because they can accommodate a bigger group without trying to rob us. So we're staying in Baton Rouge. The on a Reef and K Solos RTE official page. It's the link is up there so you can book your rooms. We got two hotels. We're staying at the True and um another Hilton hotel. So they're right in the same parking lot.
Bro,
So
I'm just
if
gonna
you're
put it
not
out there.
staying at the one of the
You might
host
want to get a third
hotels,
hotel, bro. I'm just saying. You
if you're
might
not
want
staying at one of the host hotels or right there by it, you're gonna be upset with yourself. So
yeah.
we got folk to bring moonshine and hookahs and it's no mean mugging, no, it's not a vested venue. So if you want to have your motorcycle vest on, just stay home or go somewhere else.
Okay. Anyway, man. Hey, man, that's pretty. Hey, who we got next, man? Who we got? Man, let me set this up. Is it safe to say if Low Key ain't one of the smartest, smoothest brothers in the motorcycle community, is he not? Is that
That's
you,
my
bro?
brother.
Hey,
What's happening, my brother?
hey, I'm good, brother. I'm good. Thanks for having me this morning, man. I feel like I feel like an underachiever being on here with Reef, man. Him and Solo is they represent freedom to me, man. And I watch those cats uh, with prideful envy. Okay, prideful envy, man.
I
Uh,
agree with you.
I know they can move around in a way that a slave like myself can't because I got the job tying me down. But one of these years I'm gonna get there, man. But I'm low key, man, and I'm just an aspiring ground pounder that happens to do a lot of research, and my background in logistics and has given me exposure to a lot of different companies. And so I'm just a researcher by nature. So that's why whenever I get information, I put it on our page, because, I really believe in, each one teach one and sharing information. And just because I find a deal don't mean I gotta, one of the things that irritates the hell out of me is when somebody finds a deal and they don't want to share it. Like they gatekeep it. That really, I get irritated. That pisses me off.
Well, as we do in the hood, we want the hookup fee.
Yeah. Like you trying to broker now. Now you wait. Yeah. I can't give you my hook. No, if you don't get get out of here. It's enough life.
Hey, man, I got the plug, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, man, no, I'm happy to share. Really, it's just really me. The research when I'm making purchases and just listening to guys like Reef and Solo and Highway Smiley. I mean, those guys are the pioneers for me. Big Sales shared a lot of information. So, I just process that information, man, and I try to share it as much as I can.
That's what's happening. Hey, fellas. So lately here we've been talking about getting ready, road to Iron Elite, and as we talk a lot about these particular things, man, I started thinking about each one teach one. Hey, man, it's a lot of guys who get on the road and do some crazy stuff on the road. I've seen guys get on the road with no rain gear. Seen guys get on the road with cold weather gear, with maybe just a heavy jacket on. I've seen guys get on the road and do all kind of things. Next thing you know, you're getting frostbite. Next thing you know, you're dealing with health issues and those type of things. So today, what I want to kind of talk about was the first part of the series. Obviously, we're going to start off with the equipment. Next thing you know, we're going to talk about the bike. And then lastly in the series, we're going to talk about the person themselves. But today, specifically, I want to hone in on the clothes. And anybody can take this and we can start with it. I've seen low key on the Iron Elite page post a bunch of links with suits on it. Whether it's the California heated suit or some other type of suit or whoever's suit. I know me personally, I use the California heated suit and I use it year round. But hey, what is matter of fact, low key, why don't you start this? What suit do you use and why do you use it?
So I use the Harley heated liner. I started with the Harley heated suit, right? The top and the bottom. And over a period of time, when you're first learning, I would, you learn the trial and error, and it costs you a hell of a lot of money, right? You do some stuff that's not good for it. So with that Harley suit, one of the things that I didn't realize, and I learned from, I think Flacco posted a video probably 6-7 years ago. And when I say posted a video, he just went live and was sharing his ride. But his suit had gone out because he didn't have a sufficient base layer underneath the suit. And when he started sweating, he left it on high, and he said he just, he was sweating a lot. And eventually that heating element, it's not supposed to get wet. So if you sweat heavy enough and you start wetting up those elements that make that heated suit work, you're gonna shorten the life of it. I ain't gonna say you're gonna short it out or ruin it, but you are gonna shorten the life of it. So anyway, I started out with the Harley heated pants and the heated suit, and the jacket, and then they eventually expired. Right? They died, and Harley stopped making them. So I switched over to the Harley heated liner, and I on the outside I'm currently wearing that same pants and jacket setup that I posted on the page, which is the what the hell is it called?
I'm gonna see if I can pull it up now.
It's on the tip of my tongue. The Hanover, I think it's called the Hanover jacket and pants. So I bought that on Harley's page. It was on sale a little over a year ago, and that's what I'm rocking now. So it's the Hanover pants and jacket, which is a textile, waterproof. It's got nylon linings to make to add warmth, but I don't use them because I use the heated liner jacket and pants. I got the gloves, the feet too. I got the whole head to toe or neck to toe set up, and that's what I'm rocking now is the Vanover textile jacket pants with the Harley heated equipment to keep me warm.
I'm looking at your post now, but I think that's I think that was your leather gloves. Okay.
Yeah.
You said it was
called the I'm sorry, I said Hanover. It's the Vanacker. It's
Vanacker.
Harley Vanacker pants and jacket. Now it's no longer available on Harley's site. It's sold out. So the next thing, I think it's their adventure line, which is the people who ride adventure bikes, wear these type of suits. And that's really where I started getting my, a lot of my ideas came from looking at people that do adventure riding and what luggage they use and with some of the gear that they wear. There's a lot of good stuff out there. It gets pricey, but that's why I jumped on that Vanacker suit when it was on sale for Harley.
And how long have you had that Vanacker suit, you said?
I've been rocking that for the last probably 18 months now.
18 months. Okay.
The time to buy your winter riding stuff is not in the winter because you're
going to
get head, right?
Not in the winter.
You ain't gonna find nothing on sale in wintertime.
Right.
For winter riding gear because the demand is so high and you need it if you're gonna ride. So the retailers ain't gonna give us any breaks. The time to buy that stuff is just like other retail. Like in the springtime, you should be at Cycle Gear, on the Harley sites, Clem. All those sites are gonna have sales in the spring because nobody's buying heated gear. They don't need it. So you're only gonna buy it just in case in the spring and the summer.
So is that suit, does it have inserts that you can take out and you can wear that suit as a rain suit?
Oh yeah, it's waterproof. The suit doesn't have heating elements. It's basically a riding pants and riding jacket.
Oh, okay.
And they're waterproof, so you can wear them. I don't wear them in the summertime because they're thick. They're so thick that they're hot.
Okay.
So I don't really wear them in the winter time. They really are I don't wear them in the summertime or even in the spring. I wear my rain suit in the spring if I need water protection.
Okay.
Yeah, but there's no heating elements in the Vanacker pants or jacket. You're only going to get the heated liner. You got to get the heated liner and heated jacket. And by the way, I did for a period of time. I did rock Cycle Gear's heated gear when I was first starting out because I found it on sale in the spring for like $99 for each piece. But so the top was $99, the pants was $99, the gloves was $99. So for like $100, for like $300, I had a full suit.
$99 suit.
No, 300 for a 99 each piece. That was
okay.
That was a spring sale at Cycle Gear.
Right. So the suit that you got now, what are some goods? What are some not so hot? So what are some, if you had a chance, what would you improve on that suit?
The pants.
Or what would you want improved on that suit?
Yeah, so the pants are phenomenal. Like I love the pants. The zippers are watertight and they've been truly tested. When I went to Oceanside, Maryland for the Men and Women Who Love to Ride event earlier this year, I got rained. I was gone for a total of 6 days and I got rained on 4.5 of them pretty much the whole trip, up and back. The pants stood up extremely well. The jacket is a winter jacket, so it's a little bit more on the bulky side. So it does restrict your movement. But it was very effective. It protected me and it kept me warm because, it was cold and it was wet. But so if I could change, there's other fabric that are used. Like when you see cross-country skiers and down here skiers, they wear those suits that are very thin. And they're warm because it traps body heat in and they're moving. So it's trapping their body heat in. Right. So I wish, some of the companies that make outer gear for motorcycles start borrowing technology from other industries because I think it's transferable and it will be less bulky. Obviously, it will protect and be less bulky. So that's the only thing I would change about the jacket. The pants are pretty good, and the fit on them and everything. The only thing the The only thing I wanted, and I put a hack out there. The only thing that was for the pants was there's no belt loops, right? So when you're a fat boy and you got to put them straps on, you know, you got to keep pulling. You got to keep pulling the pants.
I have a belt with mine. I have belt loops.
Well, I had my tailor take the straps off and make me a 7 belt loop setup. And in that way, I'm actually able to, to rock my EDC, in the States where I have reciprocity, I can rock my EDC setup pretty effectively now with my belt and holster and everything.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why I have to have a belt because I gotta have my sidearm with me.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't be doing that.
Let's make sure that we're promoting. That we're promoting, getting your license to carry, and so that you have reciprocity when you travel across state lines, so that you're not acting like an outlaw, even though you're not an outlaw.
And know where you have reciprocity at, because most people don't even know that word means.
Texas, we got 37. We get reciprocity with 37 other states, so 75% of the U.S. is covered.
Hey, no shade to California, Oregon. Oh my God.
Yeah, they hate
New York. yeah. All of them. Everything's gonna be all right. States.
Yeah.
So, Reef, what do you use? Do you use? I know you don't use what I use, so whatever.
Hey, Reef got that high end stuff, boy.
Yeah. He got sophisticated stuff. Yeah.
So
money stuff.
So I have a Climb, and I normally use long distance comfort for base layer. I do have some Climb base layer. I will also I have Nike workout pants, and I use those for base layer as well. Nike and Under Armour. But normally I have on long distance comfort. It's a company that makes base layer clothing for long distance riding, and it is great. And then I wear the Climb altitude set pants and jacket year round. It's heavy. It's waterproof. And then wintertime you need to layer up. Put on a base layer. Put on your heated gear over that. For heated gear, I have quite a bit of heated gear actually. I got a Ken Phoenix. I have a pair of his gloves. I have one of his warm and safe jackets.
Coming on tomorrow, man. I'm excited about that. Shout out to Ken Phoenix, man.
Yeah, he does great stuff. And then for I have Gerbing pants. I have a Gerbing jacket. I have Guide by Gerbing. Gerbing was owned by a guy, and then he gave it to his kids, and he retired. And his kid, he didn't like how they switched to a Chinese manufacturer, so he came back and started Guide by Gerbing because the name was trademarked, even though it was his name. So he started Guide by Gerbing. So I have some socks with Guide by Gerbing and a pair of pants with Guide by Gerbing as well. So that's what I use for my heated gear. And then for head wear, I use my long distance comfort head wear to keep my head warm under my helmet.
Is that like a balaclava, or is that?
No, I don't. So I don't like the stuff that covers my mouth and my nose. I have with my Climb gear I have, it's called a weather collar. And I will wear that. It keeps the air off my neck. But I won't put it over my mouth. The long distance comfort is like a skull cap. The one I wear anyway is like a skull cap. So in the summertime it's great because you wet it. It's a good material. You wet it, and then you put it on, and then it's like an air conditioner. It helps evaporate and keeps your head cool. And in wintertime I don't wet it, and it keeps your head warm. So it looks just like a thicker skull cap. Moisture wicking material skull cap that they sell. I picked it up at the Iron Butt Rally, and been loving on that ever since I got it.
So the gloves you say, are they the same? You say Gerbing gloves? Are they heated gloves too? The gloves
They
that
are
you wear.
heated. They are enhanced heated. So Ken Phoenix can take almost any type of glove, and he'll tell you more about it tomorrow and show you. But
Mhm.
he adds his own heating elements and coils, and they're low wattage and low ampere, and it's real. He has a real good setup. So
Yeah.
I got to.
Man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited about that. Hopefully, man, hopefully I'll be putting in the order. And for everybody that's listening in today, man, we're gonna go after the show. We're gonna put links in to the different suits that we're using and different equipment that we're talking about. So hopefully we can turn you guys on to some stuff and for nothing else, just to go and see what those particular companies can do for you. I'm sorry, go ahead, Reef, finish what you're saying.
Yeah, so the gloves are waterproof. They're gauntlet gloves. They're heated. The only thing I don't like about any of the gloves I had, because besides the ones that I currently wear, I had first safety first gloves, heated gloves, and they're bulky. They're really bulky, and they don't work on my ride command. so so my biggest thing I don't like. They don't. There's hacks for that. They have little tips you can put on your finger and all that that works for a while, and then they don't. When you need it the most, that's when it stops working. But that's the problem I have. I have to kind of beat on my ride command, and it definitely won't work on my phone because I use my phone a lot when I.
That was my next question. Do they make a glove? Because I know the California heated gloves, they don't work on my iPhone either.
Yeah,
Uh,
and it had. So if you just look at the glove, if you hold them in your hand, it has a little pad there on your finger, but
no,
after a while it wears out.
Right.
And it just doesn't register as well. And my ride command works with all the other gloves I ever had and fingers, but that glove I have to
Hey,
make it work.
you want to use your phone, or you want to be warm?
man, I want to be warm, man. Hey, I'm telling you, hey, no, I mean, y'all can say what you say, man. I'm just not a fan of cold weather riding. I'll do it, I'll do what I got to do because I got to do what I got to do. But from Florida, man, you try to stay away from that as much as you can. There's nothing worse than going through the mountains, man, and it's 29, 30 degrees. So that just don't sit well. So I'm gonna do everything I can to stay warm. So let's say, okay, so the suit, gloves, headgear. Loki, you using the headgear?
I use a Reef. What do you call that thing that you wear around the neck? The gaiter? Is it called a gaiter?
Yeah,
Just
gator
pull it up,
Yeah.
just like
So,
or sleeve.
yeah.
sleep, yeah.
So
But that doesn't go over your whole head, does it? Just
it's not. But
maybe from
here's the thing with cold. Like cold, air is the enemy, right? Anywhere air can get in, that's how you're gonna get cold.
Yeah, that's what.
So if you can keep the air out, then you're probably gonna be okay. So what I do is I have one of those gaiters that I bought on Amazon, and so I didn't talk about base layer, but I use all kind of base layers, just like Reef. You get them. I got Amazon ones. I got the Under Armour ones. I got different ones. Some are for cold weather, some are for summertime, or whatever. So, but what I always start with is this big turtleneck, even in the summertime. And when in the wintertime, I pull the turtleneck up and I put that gaiter on. It's a wool gaiter that I bought on Amazon. A 2-pack was like maybe $15. It was a 2-pack. So I pull the nylon up, and then I put the gaiter on. Then I fold the turtleneck down. So when I put my helmet on, I just pull it up over my ears and just around my face. I put my chin strap on, and then I pull it down off my mouth. So when my helmet is closed, no air is thick enough that no air is getting into my helmet. So I don't need to wear like any kind of head covering to stay warm, because there's no air getting in my helmet. And I rocked that the first time doing the I-10 to the End challenge last winter, right? And it worked well in temperatures as low as like 37 degrees. So
I remember your ride. It got real cold on the way going back, or was it coming out?
Well, I had to get Houston first, right? That ice was coming, so I had to get out of Houston and get
I
going.
remember Texas had a bunch of stuff going on. Yeah. I think Texas had pretty severe weather during that time frame.
We did.
We had an
did.
ice storm.
Yeah, we had-
Man, Texas is just man. God.
that's why I told you I would
Texas
never
just make everything bad, man.
I
If
wouldn't.
it ain't the summer with the heat, it's the winter with the crazy. Texas just make everything bad, man. I don't know, man.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Goddamn, everything better in Texas too. I can tell you that. Hey, somebody said, "What are y'all doing to stop riding glasses from fogging up?" Because I don't wear riding glasses. I know I use my Shield, but I got a pin lock for that. But anybody wear glasses when they're riding?
I do. What I do, I have that, you use Rain-X, you got different things, but to me, I've used a lot of different stuff. Sarge, hell, I even done like scuba divers and put spit on my glasses thinking that it wouldn't fog, right?
Mhm.
At the end of the day, when it's cold enough outside and you put some hot breath in your helmet, I don't know if anything that'll absolutely prevent it. I'm open to suggestions, but the only way for me to change that when it happens is to either crack my shield or open those vents to let a little bit of cold.
That's pretty much what I do.
Yeah,
but I don't. I wear reading glasses, so I don't wear riding glasses. So
yeah.
Normally, I actually like air on my face.
Me too.
And so I wear a modular, and 90% of the time it's up.
Me too.
And then if I had to put it down because of rain or whatever, I would just either not lock my modular so to let air in and to stop my glasses from fogging, or I take them off. I don't need glasses anymore thanks to surgery. But if it gets too bad, I just take them off. But normally, because I wear yellow lens glasses to help with seeing.
Yeah.
If they do fog and I just can't wear them, I just take them off.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm a fan of not locking my pin lock or having my face screen cracked a little just to get some airflow inside.
Yeah.
Especially when it's cold, because once the downfall for me for heated gear is I be nice and cozy. I don't be cold at all while I'm riding, and I forget it's cold outside. But with that, it makes me get sluggish and sleepy.
Yeah.
So the air on my face is a reminder that, hey, fool, don't fall asleep. You're riding.
Yeah. Hey, that could be a long nap if you ain't careful. Hey,
if you don't constantly think about it though, because you be feeling. For me, I'd be feeling real comfortable. And on a cold day, you get nice and comfortable. What do you want to do? You want to take a nap.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah, you actually want to err on the side. Like I don't want to be that warm and cozy on the bike, right? Like I want to be comfortable, and I don't want the elements to like be weighing on me mentally. But I like it to be like I'm one of them guys that when I check into the hotel, I'm gonna put it on 68 degrees just because I can't do it at home. When I'm at home, mama go crazy if
that light bill gets serious. But I like to be a little bit uncomfortable because you're right. I get comfortable. First thing I want to do is take a nap. Yeah, I don't want to suffer though, because if I'm trembling and the whole 9 yards, I'm losing body heat, I'm losing energy. Then now I'm starting to do dumb things on the bike. But so go ahead.
Not to cut you off. So for folk that's thinking about starting to use heated gear, know that everything doesn't have to be plugged into one device or one controller. For me, I can't have my pants and socks on the same controller as I do for my chest. One, I got thick legs, so they don't get cold as quick. And if I had to turn my heat on my feet the same temperature as my jacket, I'll burn the hell up. Right. So I have a dual controller to control the lower zone and the upper zone. And then I can adjust accordingly. So make sure that you don't. Yes, it's more expensive, but if you're going to go full body heat, you need to figure out what's going to work best for you. Because I almost promise you don't want your feet as hot as you want your chest.
Well, I imagine I'd want my upper body warmer anyway.
Right. So, but I'm just saying people won't know, and to save you some trial and error, just go ahead and get that dual controller. And then adjust accordingly until you're comfortable with your settings, because it just having that one controller for your whole body It's not the answer. Not for me. Some people might like it, but it doesn't work that way for me.
I agree with that, Reef. That because you're right. I mean, most people's legs, we have more muscle than fat in our legs in general. So, your legs don't get as cold as your upper body will get. On the Harley, the new version of the heated liner and pants, the heated jacket and pants, each of them has dual controls. So the pants will control the pants and the socks separately. And the lining jacket will control. It has a dual button. It'll control the gloves or the jacket. Yeah, so that's on the new Harley heated gear, which I believe is $250 for the top and $230 for the bottom on their website. But I agree. You need to have that. And in fact, I think one of the things that we ought to share is what we did before we got heated gear, right? Because before I got heated gear, like I love seeing Uncle Hero's, post with the newspaper installation and all that stuff, right?
True. Hey, we did things like this.
Yeah. Like you find
something.
Exactly.
I still carry those.
Oh, for sure. When I get off the bike. When I get off the bike.
Well, hey, Retro was using those when he did the Four Corners the other day.
Oh yeah, I definitely use them when I'm at the gas pump or when I get off the bike or whatever. First thing I'm doing is putting those bad boys on. Hey, but before we get to back in the day, let's talk about installation of the equipment. Is it hard to set up the suits to be able to the plugins, the installation? Is it pretty easy? And is it easy for upkeep?
Yeah. The setup, I mean, you basically, you get the cord, the charging cord, it goes directly to your battery, right? So you don't have to add the additional switches or anything. So you basically take your seat off and positive, red to red, black to black. Do the negative do the black first before you do the red. You might want to pull that main fuse out before you connect anything if you don't want to have a problem.
Yeah, you don't start shorting out a bunch of foolishness. Yeah.
Well, look, it usually shorts out something that's small that you don't figure out till later. Like the bike can still start, but
I'm trying to figure. Did mine short anything? I don't think it did. I don't think it did. Yeah.
With those blood charge is you got to be careful. You can't it's bad to mismatch heated gear, right? So I think I learned this from I think Kodak and Lil Tigger both had this issue, and they actually had it. If y'all remember, my heated gear didn't work when I was leaving Houston on the I-10 at the end because I had at the time I couldn't find my Harley top, so I pulled the Cycle Gear top out, and because the plugs worked, I was like, okay, I should be good. Well, the pant, my Harley pants was working because they were on the plug, but the jacket wasn't working because the Cycle Gear jacket doesn't use the Harley tender plug that I had on the battery. So it like sometimes they don't match up, or they'll work for a short period of time, then they go out, or it'll blow the fuse on the tender. So you got to be careful when you start mismatching.
I think that's what I had a problem with, a blown fuse. I think that's what I ended up having a problem was a blown fuse on my 20 robot, the green one. Yeah. So do you keep your plugs plugged in on the battery or connected to the battery year round and just kind of tuck the cord underneath the seat? You just leave it up there, or do you take it off in the warmer season?
But in the wintertime, I pull it out. It's under the seat, and when it's not.
So you leave it on there year round?
Yeah, I leave it on there year round. But when it's not cold, I just tuck it all the way under the seat so it's not hanging out. But like now, I got it. They're hanging out. On both bikes, they're hanging out right now because they couldn't get used. The only other thing I'll add about the maintenance of the equipment, Sarge, is remember that this stuff is not machine washable. Like these inner jackets and pants are not machine washable.
True.
So you got to be careful. Like, don't put that on your bare skin, because over a period of time, just the oils from your body is going to start to saturate those. So you really need a base layer for a couple of reasons. One, them things will put a burn on your ass.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you'll get burned if you put those heated elements directly on your skin.
I agree. I don't know why you wouldn't wear a base layer anyway.
Because you don't know.
Base layer just to protect that, to insulate you. Plus, it's going to help you stay warmer, right? And the base layer needs to be something that will trap body heat. That's like the first, to me, that's like basic staying warm. If you're going on a hunting trip or something like that in the wintertime, like you put on a good base layer, that's going to make or break you. Even
for sure.
So you need something that's going to trap
body heat.
Your body, and don't use the new school fabrics, the nylons, the spandexes. Don't use old cotton, them old ass long johns.
You better cut it out, man. You better not be on the bike with that stuff, man.
Body heat, man. It'll work in the house, but it doesn't work on the bike going 75 and it's 45 degrees outside.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. So what about yours, Reef? You leave yours on connected year round?
So with Indian, it comes with a charge port. And I just bought the pigtail to plug right into that. So I just flip the cap open, plug it up, and then I connect my heated gear to it, and I'm good. My Roadmaster, I ran a pigtail, but that same charge port that's on my Challenger, it comes with that same pigtail on my Roadmasters, just under behind the motor, so I can either pull it out, but I always leave mine out. I got a little tail sticking right between my legs and has a cap on it, and it's always there unless the mechanics at the bike shop took it in and then take it out. And my heated gears on my bike year round because I ride places that will get cold year round. So I can't not have it on. I'm not about to take off my seat because I need to plug it up either. So I always keep mine out.
Yeah. Any issues with corrosion on you guys' plugs, anything like that?
No, that's basic bike maintenance. Clean the battery every now and then. Go with a wire brush and make sure everything's tight on your battery and scrape it down and clean it and put some dielectric grease on it. That's basic bike maintenance.
Yep. Okay, cool. Anything before we kick this old school thing? Anything else? Say particular socks, particular boots, anything else that you guys use that helps you a little bit more during the winter season?
So I've been rocking socks for a while, but I think I'm about to get a pair of heated insoles, Vice socks. Yes, sir. Really? I've been hearing some good things about the heated. My socks, I like them, but they're just the way the wires run across the top of my foot, you can feel it with certain boots. So I think I'm gonna try the heated insoles and see how they go.
Okay, I'm intrigued now.
Yes, sir.
I've never heard of that. Yeah. Hey, I'm green on that one, man. That's just what is it, like something similar to this that they're activated or something?
No, they plug up. They plug up. You can get battery operated or you can get plug up. And I'm a plug up kind of guy because I ride too long to have batteries that I can't recharge. So I'm not sitting still long enough.
Oh wow.
If you ride a normal work day, then the battery operated stuff is good because you can recharge it. But sometimes I'm on the bike 20, 22 hours a day, consecutive days. So don't have time and the energy to try to charge it up.
Playing with stuff like that. I hear you. So let's say this. Man, I hate
one other thing before that again. So if you're new to heated, they do have different voltage heated. Obviously, you don't want the 7 volt. So I'm thinking 7.5 volt. That's the battery operated stuff, and it's good for skiing and things. That's what it was made for. But it's not so much for motorcycling because you'll be on a ride and your battery die. And now you're stuck and now you're cold. So just look for the 12 volt stuff.
Yeah.
In my opinion, look for the 12 volt stuff so you can plug up. Even if they have batteries for it too. So even if you want the batteries, great. But make it so that if you're out longer than what you were expected, you're going to be you're gonna be warm because like I was out last night and my battery would have died. It was cold as shit and raining. So to me, just make sure you have a plan that's gonna carry you over, just in case your ride was longer. If you're not plugged up if you're on batteries instead of being plugged up.
Yeah, and just to add, Reef, even on some of those lower voltage, like some of them allow you to plug in, you might want to like I'm only going to speak on the Harley because that's all I know. But if you want to mess up, like our Harleys are very temperamental, right? We know we didn't buy them because they're the most reliable bikes. So look, I'm going to take that shot for you, Reef.
Hey man, don't be saying don't mess like that around Reef, man. I ain't trying to hear that, bro.
Hey, but I will.
Trying to hear that.
You can't get mismatch. You don't want to charge mismatch voltage on your Harley because you're gonna tax the stator and the canvas on it, right? So you need to have 12 volt. If it's something you're gonna recharge on your bike, using your bike, make sure it's 12 volt so it's not mismatch, right? Or else you're gonna have problems. You're gonna be using your ESP for
hey, that's for the third.
That's another conversation.
Because some of y'all gonna learn today about them ESPs, man. Get them things right. So anything on boots? Anything at all on boots? More expensive, best.
Let me throw on the socks before we depart on the socks. It's just like anything else. You want to start with a good base layer. So I've been experimenting with hiking socks that are made for hikers that are in frozen temperatures, and those work. They actually work really well, and you can buy them on Amazon. That was on one of the posts that I put out. I have actually, since I've been wearing those, I have not had the need. I'll have my heated socks liners on over them, but I have not even. I've disconnected them so they did not. I don't because I haven't been cold enough to need them using those socks that are made for basically frozen hiking, and they're thin enough. They're thin enough that when you put them on, they just trap body heat, man. And that's like I said, any good base layer in the wintertime needs to trap body heat. Like you need, like when you getting dressed, if you ain't already sweating, then you probably got on the wrong base layer.
Yeah.
Because it ain't trapping body heat in.
Yeah. You don't want to feel a breeze when you're putting on the base layer.
Nah,
that's probably not a good. That's probably not a good thing.
I'll hop on the boot real quick. I got two sets of boots. These are the Harley, the Houston, the Hus. I think it's pronounced Houston. These are the waterproof Houstons that zip up on the side. I've been rocking those, but I just recently got some of those fireman boots that I think Flacco made these famous with the zip.
Does it have a zip on the side or zip in the center?
Zip in the center.
So I just got a pair something similar with a zip on the center.
These are also steel toe. So
yeah.
Chippewas are what they call Chippewas.
Chippewa makes a great boot.
Hey, what them hitting for?
Well, hey, I stole these on eBay for $160, but I think if you find them,
right.
they're gonna hit you for probably $250 or more.
By $250.
Another Chippewas I was just looking at was 4.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be it. And these are waterproof. Yeah, they're waterproof and steel toe.
Yeah. That's what's up. Hey, what do you wear? Ree?
So I do have a pair of Chippewas. Lately though, I bought a pair of climb boots. That they're great. They're absolutely great. They're just they're like a mid-cut shoe though. They're right over your ankle. And I've been standing in puddles. And they keep my feet nice and dry. I like my Chippewa boots.
What's the price point for those?
I think they were $299 or $399. $299, I think they were. Matter of fact, I got military discount, so it knocked it down like $30-$40. The Chippewas I got were, I think, $329. I got a couple pair. I got it at Paul Peelan got this company out of Mexico, and they custom make your boots. I got a pair of those.
Really?
They're beautiful boots too. Everybody that see them like them. My only issue with it is it's a string up, and the piece that holds the tongue, connects the tongue with the shoe, doesn't go up enough to me. Riding in torrential downpours, sometimes water will make its way over the lip of that material, and now your foot's wet. And once it's wet, it's done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, have you found a boot? One thing I mean, my opinion, when stuff says waterproof, I just say it's highly water resistant, because if you get
that's what I'd say, water resistance.
if you get wet long enough, you're gonna get wet, right? I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna get, especially if it's breathable, any kind of breathable fabric that says it's waterproof. You know, if it's breathable, that means it's not waterproof.
Hey, I tell you what. So, hey, Solo Rider out of Minneapolis, he watching. Man, I hope you taking notes, bro. You need to bring sunshine down to Jacksonville in February. Hey, I'm just saying, man. I know up a minute, it ain't no joke up there, man.
Ain't no riding up there right now.
Ain't no ride, man.
No ride.
Hey, man, listen, snowmobile riding up that way. Hey,
Exactly.
so just kind of so say this, if you don't mind. Did you have a last point on that, Low-Key?
Oh no, I'm good. Yeah.
So putting this together, kind of wrapping this up. Okay, say so, Sarge. I'm going into Harley. I'm going into Cycle Gear, or maybe I'm going over to see my man Ken. Right? I'm going to somebody's shop, and I want to buy a quality suit. Okay, so if you could take me realistically, if I'm going from head to toe, realistically, what am I looking to spend if I'm talking about going mid-tier? Maybe I'm not going to the Super Bowl, but I don't want to put some mess on them. I'll be buying 3 or 4 times. What realistically I need to do as far as a budget?
You talking about just for heated gear? Or you talking about the base layer too?
I'm talking about base layer, everything that we talked about today.
Shit.
Because without everything we talked about today, it ain't gonna work good. You know, I need base layer.
You have fat pockets if you get everything at one time.
Yeah, because I need to know. I need to put my Christmas list together.
Start your fun in the spring and lay it away.
Because I got my number in mind. Y'all tell me. Y'all ready?
We talking boots?
I'm talking boots, socks, base layer, suit, headgear. We're gonna leave helmet out. We're gonna leave that out. We're gonna say and gloves.
Okay, so we're gonna leave helmet out. We're gonna
leave helmet out.
Gloves, heated gear, head to toe, and boots.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said base layer.
Base layer, and you gotta have socks. You know, we gotta have it all together as if we, no kidding. Sarge is going in. I done got my little Christmas money and I got my little birthday money together, and I'm going in to order my get down because I'm getting down February 1st, heading down to Jacksonville.
Hey, I'm gonna throw a number out that I think, like, I'm just saying, like, if you had to buy everything, and I'm not even including, I'm just saying the heated liner and the heated jacket. We're not talking about, because some people have chaps and leather jackets, and you can wear that stuff as long as it's not raining. Your chaps and leather jackets will work with the heated liner and the heated jacket. I've used it in pretty cold temperatures, so you can get away. If you already got a jacket, you already got the outer, you know, either textile pants, riding jacket, or whatever, and we're talking just the jacket liners and everything, boots. I'm gonna say 1,500. I'm gonna say 1,500 to get you 1,500. Like the 1,000 is gonna get you through the pants, the socks, the gloves, the jacket. They roughly each cost about $250 each. Then you got to buy boots. Your boots are gonna be about $300, and then the extra $200 is for your base layer. You like some combination, good stuff. Like I started with Cycle Gear Freeze Out. I forgot what it's called now. Axle or something.
Which ain't all that hot.
Yeah, so
it ain't hot. Yeah. I'm not gonna thrash them, but I'm gonna just say it ain't hot.
No, but as a base,
so as a standalone, is not. As a base layer, is pretty good.
It's very good as a base layer. As a standalone,
is not.
I'm gonna tell you why. As a standalone, it's not going to hold up. But as a base layer, because the front part has that wind resistant fabric, that is what makes it an excellent base layer. And then you put your heated stuff on top. But I'm just going to say 1,500. I think 1,500 is a good starting point, and without having to experiment a whole lot. And only
I think you caught everything on sale for 1,500.
Yeah.
Well, me, I'm a sale guy. I'm a sale guy.
Hey, he a bargain. He's a shopping warrior.
We'll find it, bro. But the only other little caveat that I would throw in there is, to the best, unless you know otherwise, commit yourself from head to toe to the same brand. Don't mismatch, because you don't know if the heating elements and the controls are going to work. That's all. Unless you know better, or somebody tells you, a reliable source tells you otherwise. Like I'm sure Ken Phoenix's stuff, once he does that, it's going to work with everything, because he's already paid done the development. But you can get on. I think you can do it for about 1,500 on a budget. That's my number. But of course you can spend 4,000 easily. So
low key, that's your number. That's the number you staying with.
I'm gonna stick with the 15. I think
1,500 solid. Okay, what you got, Reeve? What we doing? What we spending?
Now,
can I say this real quick? Now, Reeve got heavy pockets, so I know he's gonna go hard in the paint. So go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No. So depend on the brand and where you shopping at. I think you're gonna need about 2,500 from head to toe. To me. My first heated gear I got was from a BMW dealer in San Diego, which most of them don't even carry, but it was on sale because it was summer. But it was like 65% off.
Right.
But even that bill at such a good discount, it was still like, just for the jacket and the pair of pants was, if I remember right, still like $500. But it depends on the gear you buying. You're not buying Ken Phoenix for 1,500. You're not buying Klein for 1,500. That's for damn sure.
I said, man, I'm having Ken Phoenix on the wall, but like I was saying, man, when him and I was talking last night, he's modifying things. He's positioning.
Yeah, so he's
playing, man.
Yeah, his stuff is good, and you can always call him for support. And you can't call the rest of them cats for support, and they won't relook at it and fix it or
right.
Yeah. And in the long distance world, he's been doing business for a while, and he's very reputable.
I'm just gonna say this, man. With the whole motorcycle get down, the whole ride and get down, man. Spin right, so you only spend once.
Yeah, that's big. And we also didn't mention heated grips and heated seats.
Okay, now I got grips because I rock a limited. I really hadn't had a chance to test, because this is my first year.
I use mine all the time.
This is my first year with the heated grips. I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty cool. But okay, so do those things really work well?
Yes, sir.
They're really about that life in really cold weather.
Yes, sir.
I guess we'll find out here in a couple minutes here.
So for me, when I'm riding in the temperatures in the 40s or whatever, a lot of times I won't even have to put on my heated gloves. I just wear my regular gloves, and then I have my heated grips on, and it's enough to keep me good. Once it gets down in 30, them heated gloves come out for a couple different reasons. But the gauntlet's going to stop the air from going up my sleeve, like Loki was telling you. The air is what you want to stop. But on all your heated gloves, you don't have heating elements in your palm area, so that heated grip is going to provide that for you. Now they don't really get cold inside the glove because it's trapped inside, but that heated grip still is a big difference of riding with it and without it.
I can't wait to try mine out. This is the first year I've ever
had. My heated seat is absolutely, I love that thing.
Man, I tell you, it's hard to hide money, ain't
it? Reeve, that heated seat,
man. Hey, look, you got a heated seat, man.
That heated seat makes you fertile, y'all. Y'all be careful out there.
Hey, man. Hey, you got a heated seat, low-key?
Huh?
You got a heated seat?
I don't.
Hey, man, I
I,
tell you.
It's a
I,
game
I don't
changer.
know. I would like
one.
to have one.
If I come across one, I'm gonna get it. But
Hey,
I got that LA in me, so I have to have a little bit of show on my bike, just a little
yeah,
bit.
see,
So,
for me, I don't care about how good the seat look. I care about how good it work. Now I get the ugly hammock seat, man, but
I got a
just
cool
have-
seat too. I got a heated cool seat on my Challenger, and
oh man,
yeah,
boy, I
I'm
tell you. Hey
gonna
man, one day I win the lotto, man. I'm gonna be like this brother here.
come.
Because I mean, a heated seat runs you what about 1,200?
it all depends. You can go to long distance comfort, and then make you a seat with heat for $1,000.
Yeah, because I gotta have one that's man, because I got back issues and stuff, so I can't sell out for the good looking seat. I
I
gotta
mean,
have the
Russell
ugly seat.
Daylong is what I meant to say. Take your behind, make your appointment at Russell Daylong, in California. Ride out there. They'll make that seat to fit your behind, and throw the heat on it if you want it.
Because I'll be out in Cali. I'll be out in Cali the end of March, heading out that way. But
Yeah,
dang,
Russell
fellas,
Daylong, and you will. Oof.
yeah. Hey man, it's been good, man. Let's go in. Let's go in strong for the last segment, man. I'm gonna tee it up for you real quick. When we first started talking about this thing, man, we was like, man, who we can bring on and who rocks and who rides in crazy cold weather and whatever. And I thought, man, K Solo, he riding everything. And they were like, wait a minute, K Solo don't wear nothing but chaps, jeans, and,
Hey,
gloves, man.
purist. He is a purist, man.
Hey, K Solo like Grizzly Adams, man. he ain't rocking none of that fancy new school stuff, man.
Hey, K Solo's a cyborg, man.
Hey,
Hey,
man, that dude ain't real, man.
We went to Alaska, man. I'm trying to take pictures of bears and shit. The K Solo's flying. I'm like, what the hell? So we would get to Bear Glacier, and I took off my glove for the first time. I said, it's cold as shit out here. He said, no shit. That's why I'm riding.
Hey, I guess he get too cold, man. He pull over the side of the road, start a fire.
pull a lobster shrimp out of his tour pack and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so man, hopefully today, man, for the people that was viewing in, hopefully it just gave you some ideas, some suggestions, some things to get you to start thinking. And again, I'm gonna start posting more and more links on the page, on the YouTube to help you guys out, at least to know where to go start looking for this heated gear. Because if you're gonna take this stuff serious, man, you have to go ahead and start packing for the occasion. Whether it be the rain, whether it be the cold, whether it be the heat, those type of things, man. All this stuff is important to make sure that you're riding safe, that you're riding professionally. So if we take it back, like again, old school fellows, any horror stories of bad weather where you got caught out there slipping, anything to leave us with?
Yeah, I was still on sport bike when I was running around with Low Key in California, and I went to a party in Phoenix in December, and coming across the mountain, it was snow and it was 24 degrees out between Phoenix and San Diego. And we were on sports bikes, so we damn sure didn't have no heated gear. We stopped at the little stove, and the guy was like, they had an ice truck out there clearing the ice. And he like, are y'all fucking crazy? So them hand warmers, he gave us a ton of them hand warmers, and as much coffee as he could make, as quick as he could make it. And we took bags. He brought us bags out and like, hey, put these around your feet. And we did just that. We tied them up and put our boots back on. And we had the mountain is really not all that long. It's
Right.
it's what, maybe an hour to get over it, Low Key.
Yeah.
But when you on a crotch rocket, it's 28 degrees and it's snow and ice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine came. We had gone up to the halfway run. You see, my California experience has been different. Was different than my Texas experience, right? So when I was based in California, the extent of your riding was really Arizona. You had Arizona, Nevada, California, and California up to the bay. So, back then all we had was chaps and leathers. And I remember one night we was coming back through the Grapevine, and my club brothers used to make fun of me because I pack, man. Like don't say nothing to me about what's on my bike. That's my philosophy. Like if I packed it on there, it ain't in no trail vehicle, whatever. I don't care if the back seat, the rack on the back is full, and both saddlebags, everything.
And you running around like the Beverly Hillbillies.
Don't worry about how I pack. But you better not ask me for nothing either, because if I got it, you ain't getting it. So, but one night we was, I'm usually like I leave early, and one morning, I say night, it was still dark. We was coming back from Fresno, and we got to the Grapevine. I had on my chaps and leathers, but man, I was freezing, man. I was cold because I didn't even have on base layer. I just had jeans on with the chaps. So luckily I had my rain suit in one of my saddlebags. So I pulled over when we got to the next gas stop. It was a long one for me because I went in there. I peeled down I took off down to my underwear and t-shirt, and I put my rain suit on first, and then put my clothes over the top of the rain suit, right? And that helped because it trapped body heat, and I was sweating underneath it, but I was a hell of a lot warmer with that rain suit on my bare skin than I was, without it. So that was my only little hack. After that, that's when I started, looking at heated gear and stuff like that. And thank God through a hookup, I was able to get my first set. It didn't cost me. Look, it didn't cost me the full $1,000 Harley was trying to charge for it at the time.
Hey man, like I said, my deal. I'm gonna share one real quick, man. I'm gonna throw a couple of my club brothers out there. So we coming back from the AZ run, and we coming through the mountains. What is that? The mountains? What is those mountains outside of Tucson? Are they specific? They got a specific name to them? When you're coming from the West Coast, you're coming across the mountain chain. Is it before? It's after Tucson, right? When you're crossing, I want to say, is it before Tucson? Is that Red Rock? It's called Red Rock or something like that.
I'm not sure.
Off the 10, we just call them mountains. That's all I ever called them.
We just call them mountains. Yeah, the mountains off 10. I'm watching. Right? Yeah, I'm in a heated suit. They're in base layer stuff with the Harley suits, and I got heated gloves going, and I'm cranking. We're coming up through the mountains. I'm looking on the infotainment, and I'm looking at it went from like 50 something degrees to 21 degrees, and I look behind me. And the first thing you notice when guys start slowing down, first thing you know is they start slowing down. I'm like, well, what the hell is going on?
That wind chill. That hawk.
Oh yeah, they're getting slower and slower and slower. And we pull off to this one of the lookout points that they had up there. I get a bike and I go back and I'm watching them, man. I'm watching them holding fingers, pulling fingers off gloves, trying to put a hand between legs and the whole nine, man. I said to the fellas, man, no matter what you think, when you go to the West Coast and you're going through those mountains, you have to have gear for all seasons because you just don't know. Just because it's 60, 70 degrees somewhere else don't mean nothing in those mountains, man. All bets off when you go to the mountains. What you guys think? All bets off when you go to the mountains? I think I'm losing. Did I lose you guys?
No, you still there. You just sound raspy now. Staticky.
We there?
You there? Sarge. Yo, Sarge.